here at the home of the inestimable Luchathor 13, getting wined and dined on Thanksgiving, wearing turkey hats, and we're going to answer your questions. You probably can't hear a word of this, because I forgot my mics at home. But we're going to answer your questions anyway, aren't we, Luchathor?
Yes.
Alright, here we go. Paladin JN01 asks, are you going to continue working on the gunslinger loadout that you started with the Winchester Slingfire? Yes. Yes, I am. Dragon Blaster 10,000 asks, in Star Wars, which of the following do you think is better? The Clone Commando or the Alpha Arc Trooper? This heretic over here isn't a particular big fan of Star Wars. I like the Arc Trooper. General Revan asks, could a Necron make an alliance with a Transformer? Oh, that is a really good question. Probably, well, Decepticons, probably. Pretty sure they'd get along like a house on fire. Nerf Blaster Production asks, can you make another thrifting video? Can we?
Maybe.
Maybe. Stay tuned. Might be the sort of thing that one does on, you know, Black Friday. But maybe. Woo!
Gobble.
Captain Wolf, OSF 519. What would be the best, most reliable way to construct a Nerf Lynx rifle? Do you have any idea what a Lynx rifle is?
Is that a cat?
The Lynx is a big cat, yes.
So, get a cat.
No, darling, no.
I don't know what Oh, wait, is it the active...
No.
The weird...
I assume it's from a video game. I don't know what a Lynx rifle is, and we can't be bothered to Google it. Next question he asks is, the absolute awesomeness of Ire and Tyr, any future such builds you have plans for? Yes. I'm not going to tell you what they are, because that would ruin the surprise. This guy asks, how is your Lego castle? Currently in boxes. I haven't gotten it set up yet. Also, are the spiral staircases in the castle minifig scale? Yes. Yes, they are. Everywhere in the castle that somebody should be able to get to, they can. So all of the towers have staircases, all of the rooms have doorways and staircases leading to them, and all of that. William Harrison asks, do you ever put on your various costumes for no particular reason? Yes. Every once in a while. Just for fun of it. What about you? Do you have silly costumes you put on every once in a while?
Usually the top hat.
The top hat, yes. Ned Teal asks, are you going to make a Drain Blaster trilogy attachment like you made for the Sledgefire one? Is it even possible? Well, it's obviously possible, but no, I probably won't, honestly. Because I just won't. Alex Price, question for Luchathor.
Oh.
Thoughts on a weird World War I LMG?
What about it?
Do you have any thoughts?
I mean, it's pretty weird, right?
The World War I, they had some pretty weird light machine guns because they were just developing them, so there were some strange ones. I've seen a couple of videos where they compared all of the light machine guns to each other, and some of them were fantastic, and others were like, how did they even use this? No wonder the war took so long.
Sounds like a future build.
Yes. One could make some goofy-looking Nerf light machine guns based on World War I trench guns.
It's a good idea.
Nerf thrifting reviews and the rest of the name got cut off. I recently acquired 8 Mavericks as part of someone's collection. Do you have any ideas for what I could do with them? Well, absolvers are always fun. I always really liked the triple turret Maverick. That build was always kind of neat. Then, of course, Hasbro kind of took it and went with the Doominator and Flip Fury. Yeah. But back before those, they used people would do a triple Maverick. Those are always kind of neat.
Also the drop cylinder.
Yes, drop cylinder is also obviously always a good thing. Obviously, you're never going to get a whole lot of power out of a Maverick unless you do a lot of modifications to it. Because it's reverse plunger and it's a fairly small plunger.
Ooh, make a Night Mav.
Yeah, there you go.
There you go.
Make a drop cylinder Night Mav. There we go. You heard it here. Ooh, Joshua Robles. If you could bring back any flavor or brand of soda from the dead, what would it be?
Ooh. That's a hard one. You know those weird, like fruit flavored soda soft drinks in like the early 2000s, like Fruitopia or something like that.
Okay.
That'd be cool because I have not seen those. I don't think they're around anymore. If there is such a thing that's around, link.
Yeah, there you go. If they do still exist, let us know. Their example is like Pepsi Blue or Clear Pepsi. Or...
Oh, Pepsi Blue, yeah. I've never had that. That'd be cool for sure.
I was never a big Pepsi drinker, and all the root beers that I enjoyed are still around, so I got nothing. Griffin Hall, for the captain. Do you have a favorite Transformer? I've always been an Optimus Prime fan, and I also actually rather liked Ultra Magnus, which was why this Transformer movie traumatized me, because he just dies badly. Just gets shot and explodes. It's like, but his head goes rolling by. It's like, but I liked to play with that toy, and now he's dead. For Luchasaur, same question.
Transformers?
Yeah.
It's another one I was never really into, but I like the design of the Beast Wars.
Leonard Rozdoska. How would you make a Nerf blunderbuss?
Tight plunger tube, barrel, pistol grip.
Yeah, pretty much. I built one with a drain blaster. I just put a barrel attachment on it that you could just shove darts and random stuff through, and then it had a foam wad that went behind it, and then a foam cap that went on the top of it, so it would just fire whatever you shoved into it. Not very well or very far, but that was kind of how a blunderbuss works. Is you just put some gravel and some broken glass and poof, shoot that at you.
Don't do that.
Don't do this at home, children. Giovanni De Rose. Do y'all find the Raven or the Firefly more comfortable? Raven.
Yeah, Raven.
Raven. Dale Linton. Could you build a foam-flinging weapon that could simply be deployed from a box, kind of like a turret pops up out of a box and boom? Yes. Yes, you could. Dustin Bergen. Question for the captain. Other than Iron Tier, what is your favorite build that you're really proud of? I'm actually still really proud of that Stampede strike I did as a commission back when I first started my channel. And I want to build myself a Stampede strike when I ever get around to it. Question for Luchasaur. What is your favorite build other than the Rainbow Pistol? Also, why do you dab all the time? It's weird. I dig it, but it's weird.
Just have it now, unfortunately. And then probably that Fortnite Deagle. That was a lot of work and what was it, like 4.5 sticks of epoxy putty.
Good Lord.
So
that explains why it's the weight of a brick. You could bludgeon somebody with it if you ran out of ammo. Maniac for Brick, that's great, but do you have the red Iron Man mag strike? I do. I do in fact have, I think I might actually have 2 of it. But I'm pretty sure they came out after 2007, which is the scope of the collection. Anything outside of that isn't in the collection yet. Lorik Dax, do you need a green Hulk Hornet? No, for the same reason. Yeah, the Hulk set came out after 2007. I'm pretty sure. Logan Kunkel, are there any patches you're looking for? I don't know. I have more patches than are on the wall behind me that are in a box somewhere that got packed and hasn't been unpacked yet. So I'll have to get back to you because I know there's a couple that I don't have. I know there's the worker dart patches. It's just a little worker dart patch.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Fists and a face. I'd like to get those. Logan Kunkel again. Dear Luchasaur, how many Ravens do you own?
Not as many as I used to.
Okay, what was your record? 2 dozen?
Yeah, it was like 24, I think, was the most I ever had at one time. But now I'm down to 4 or 5, I think. It was too much for one guy.
Yeah. Cole Lamson, are you into Magic the Gathering? No. I've played it 3 or 4 times. Wasn't for me. What about you?
Nope. I was into Yu-Gi-Oh! And then I got out of it, then got back into it, and I'm out of it again.
Collectible card games are a great way to keep kids off of drugs because you don't have enough money for drugs.
True.
Dark Kitten Light Puppy for Luchathor. Could you do a video of you doing a review under pressure of the Nerf rival Knockout?
Sure. I might have to pick up another one in box, but yeah.
I think mine's still in box.
Oh god.
We could throw that in for the crew video film event.
Yes.
Just have the whole crew light you up while you're trying to unbox a Knockout.
Sure.
Every one of them gets a proton pack.
Oh, sure. Oh.
He's lost his turkey. That's how bad this has gotten. Turkey down.
Come back, Hilbert.
Bobbert Nerfs. Are you getting an FDL? I got an FDL. It's on the wall. Wrong wall. Where am I? Who are you?
Hi.
How long have I been here? What was in that cheese?
Yes.
Are you getting an FDL?
No.
Yes,
I've never been a fan of it. I'm that guy.
That guy. Super Snake. Do you have a Louisiana flag, Captain? No, because I've never nerfed in Louisiana. If I ever nerf in Louisiana, I will acquire a Louisiana flag. I went ahead and acquired all of the last flags that I needed, which was Idaho, Washington, Utah, and North Carolina. So I have all of the flags of all of the states that I have ever nerfed. I don't have them all up on the wall yet, but I have them all. So next year I will start acquiring new flags and international flags. Ryan Perkins. What is your opinion on Master Keys in terms of Underslung Magnus versus a Tri-Strike Mega Barrel attachment? Also, do shield tags count in Nerf? For example, if had a Captain America cosplay, could I tag people with my shield as a melee weapon? I like the Magnus better than the Hamp because it's far more accurate. The whole Hamp thing tends to be horrifically inaccurate. I also like the reload on the Magnus. Somebody asked about using a Cyclone Shock, because it holds twice as much ammunition. And that's not a bad idea, I just don't like the width. It kind of throws off the profile. And I really like the look of a Magnus underslung in a Strife. It just fits so beautifully. Shield tags, it depends on your local club. The rules are different in every club. Our group doesn't currently allow shield bashing. If you had like a shield that was made entirely out of foam and it was safe, I would allow it. I probably wouldn't go for the throwing because of the mass of a shield, but for just bopping people with it, if somebody had a foam shield that was light enough, I'd probably allow it. I don't see why not, but it would need to be safe, and that's kind of the concern. As long as if it's all steel, then good lord no. Even if it was just plastic that only had a foam edge, I would probably say no. But like a lot of the LARP groups, they make it out of a camping mat. It's just solid foam with a handle, and that would be fine. But again, it's going to be up to your local group what rules they decide to allow. Finn Wilton, would you like to be sent one of my resin cast Fire Strike upgrade kits in your colors? Yes. What about you?
Pink.
Pink. He wants one in pink. I'll take it in black and orange. John Langford. Do you think a paradigm shift Stampede strike with underslung Titan would be a great HVZ blaster? Yeah. Yeah. The one downside to a build that big in HVZ is that is a really complicated build.
And it's kind of heavy, right?
Probably. But the real issue with something that complicated is anything that complicated is going to be far more prone to malfunction. Because it's pretty much completely fabricated. And if something goes wrong, you only get to make the one mistake in HVZ. It's not like Nerf Wars where you get infinite respawns and you can just go tag back in when your blaster jams. If your blaster jams in HVZ, you're toast. Which is why I recommend things like an Alpha Trooper or a Strife with minimum modifications, because the fewer modifications, the more reliable it's going to be. Because Nerf puts their stuff through an insane amount of R&D and stress testing and all of that. And if you pick the more reliable Nerf blasters, they're not going to let you down. You're not going to have a jam on your Alpha Trooper the way you're going to have a jam on a super high rate of fire blaster that you're then shoving crap darts into. So that's why for HVZ I really recommend simplicity. If you build it well enough and you have truly stress tested it and you've yet to have a problem, then go for it. I mean, but the risk of a cobbled together blaster letting you down and getting not only you tagged, but the rest of your squad tagged because you weren't covering your sector because you were checking your jam or whatever. Keep that in mind when you're putting together your HVC build. You know, as a second question, pop or soda?
Yeah.
I've always referred to it as soda pop. So.
I'm kind of back and forth depending, but most of the time I'm like soda.
Yeah, apparently if you're in Texas, it's Coke no matter what it is. John Jeffrey, have you watched Forged in Fire? I have, yes.
I've watched one episode.
One episode. We're in. That's good enough. Robert, Mods, and Reviews. For Luchathor 13.
Uh-oh.
What is the oldest blaster you have ever killed? Murder. Yes, this man murdered a 91 bow. In fact, it was, I believe, my 91 bow that I found at a Goodwill and then gave to Walcom, who then gave it to Luchathor, who then murdered it most perfidiously.
It's a big plunger tube.
It is a big plunger tube. Are you ever going to do anything with its remains, or...?
Yeah, I had it on top of a dog tennis ball launcher.
Okay.
I had it on there and I had that, so you just crank it and it worked pretty good. I got like 200 some FPS out of it, but I don't know. I should probably redo it.
Todd Gibbs, how, if at all, do you plan to get a pre-recall recon? I will go to my storage unit and get it out of my recon bin. There's one in there, I'm pretty sure. I hope, I think. Even if there is, it's still post 2007, so. Out of scope. Jet Souls Reaper X7. Would your power armor be primarily orange or black? Yes. Probably mostly black with orange trim. He said he would like to make a Captain Xavier minifigure. I actually have a Warhammer 40k Captain Xavier minifigure with my logos and my banner and all of that was made for me by the crew's law speaker, Snorri Bjornsson. Made me one. Little space marine. It's very cool. I need to show off all the various mini Captain Xaviers that I've been given over the years. A lot of the Lego ones got put into the Lego room and are now lost forever. But some other ones. Alright, now we get to the serious question.
Oh.
Builder BB, what are your plans for how Kappa settlement rules will affect your channels?
Oh.
He's in the clear. Nobody in their right mind would mistake anything that's on his channel as being child related. It's not even suitable for adults. It's filth. Filth.
He is trash.
He is trash. So he's covered. He was thinking ahead.
Big brain time.
Yeah. My channel is actually also, most of my videos are going to be safe. Because the COPPA rules are, if they believe that this particular video is only meant for people 12 and under. So, like Teletubbies and stuff like that, where only 12-year-olds would be watching it, and nobody above is likely to be watching it, then you're more likely to be at risk. Whereas if it's clear and obvious that your channel is for a larger audience than 12 and under, you're pretty much safe. And some of my videos, like the ones where I did birthday videos where it is all the kids at the party are under 12, that one needs to be marked as for kids. Because it's got kids in it, it's about a kid's birthday party, yeah, that one needs to get marked. Some of my review videos, it might be prudent for me to go ahead and mark them, but I don't monetize my review videos anyways. The vast majority of my, like the stuff when people send me free stuff to review, I don't monetize those, which means they're also not a problem because there's no advertising on them. But like my mod guides clearly aren't intended for 12-year-olds. That's clearly intended for adult audiences, and the vast majority of like my Q&A stuff, I'm getting stuff from people who aren't 12-year-olds, and I'm answering the questions from people that aren't 12-year-olds. And all of like the event footage, those are like a Ragnar Oktoberfest and End War and West vs. Zombies, those are all 18 and up events without your parents being there. And so once again, that's not intended for a younger audience. Just because my videos have Nerf in it doesn't automatically mean that they're 12 and under only, because rival blasters are 14 and up. It says so on the box. Nerf is for a larger audience. Yes, there's a lot of panic about it, and yes, there should be. It was poorly done, but there's still another month before it even goes into effect, and a lot of additional clarifications have come out. The clarifications that I'm talking about came directly from the FTC's website, where they had a better breakdown of what would make your channel non-COPPA compliant. And reading that through, there were videos on my channel that, yes, I need to mark, and I will. But the majority of my videos don't, because they are very clearly for a wider audience, which means that's okay. The crackdown is designed for those channels that were specifically targeting 12 and under. And there were channels that were only targeting 12 and under, and were specifically then doing targeted ads and specifically gathering the data. And those are the kind of things that's trying to crack down on, because that's what COPPA was designed to protect against. My channel isn't one of those channels, so I'm not terribly worried. But there are videos that I will like. And like I said, he's completely in the clear, because his video intro involves a filthy word. I do plan to, one of the things that the FTC does recommend is in your About page, mention that this is for a larger audience. And I might actually even then have a splash that comes up at the beginning of my video saying that these videos are not intended for children 12 and under. Because I do a lot of videos that are modifying blasters that would make them no longer safe for children anyway. I probably should have a disclaimer. And I
should do one too.
Yeah.
Just in case.
Just in case. It's not a legally binding thing. I'm not going to be able to show that if I get called to court and say, but it says, they're going to go, yeah, that's not good enough. But it helps. And it wouldn't hurt. So I think we'll end on that dour note. Or let's find one more.
Yes.
Oh, here's actually a good one. Comment Bot 3A. What is the hardest modification that you have ever pulled off successfully?
It would be the Fortnite thing.
Yeah.
Just because I had him hand make new internals.
Yeah, and it came out beautiful. I mean, that was the nice thing about it, is externally it still looks... Especially, I like the handguard that you added on there, because I like handguards on pistols. And it's a brick. The thing is practically solid epoxy on the inside, and that's why it can withstand the forces that he's putting on it. That blaster was not designed for that, but the way he did it worked out really, really well. For me, again, probably that Stampede strike, because that was the first really complicated integration that I had done. And I did it slightly different than anybody else had, and it all came together beautifully. And as far as I know, still works. Alright. We're going to go eat turkey.
Gobble. This one?
Meow.
Oh.
Dibs on the leg. Run for it!
I have to get up and run. Gobble, gobble, gobble. Gobble, gobble, gobble.
Yeet. And now for the package. This part was actually filmed a couple of days earlier, but you don't know that because editing. Anyway, I have 5 packages, some of which I have a vague notion of what's in them, others I don't have a clue. But this first one wasn't exactly fan mail, but was a cool event, and I decided I wanted to go ahead and put it in under fan mail, and that was the acquisition of this item, which is apparently a Supermax 750, but it was the 2001 release, which I didn't know was a thing. It's not listed on the wiki, or at least there are no images of this particular version on the wiki. It is apparently indeed Nerf, and it functions just like the other one, but is a very different shell. And I was just trolling eBay looking for vintage Nerf and seeing what would pop up, because occasionally stuff pops up there like this that wasn't on the wiki that I didn't know existed, and now I have. And when I ordered it, interestingly enough, the person recognized me. They are a member of the auxiliary, and were pumped and jazzed that that they were sending something to me. So here's their info on the Supermax 750, Supermax 750 2000 version, aka updated Supermax 50. Air primed, only takes 3 or 4 pumps before OPR valve kicks in. The original Supermax 750 was released in '95 as the Laramie Supermax 750 in a black color scheme. At that same time, Laramie had been acquired by Hasbro, but was subsequently put to work with the Nerf brand. The Supermax 750 was again released in 1997, which I think is the one that I have, under the Nerf label. All of these versions fired the old school Laramie darts and the Nerf brand Supermax darts, which shared an outer diameter with the vintage Nerf Mega darts. This version of the Supermax 750 was released in 2001 as it was a perennial bestseller. The reference for that is linked in the Nerf wiki page for this blaster. Okay, so it is listed there, just weirdly. This version blaster was also rebuilt to use the Nerf brand micro darts, not the Laramie style darts. It was originally packaged with vintage micro darts with slightly stronger foam to withstand the power from the air reservoir. Included orange and black micro darts. Was that type of dart, though the original included darts are yellow foam with purple suction cups. Since those darts are hard to come by, there are some modern darts that are compatible. Busby suction cup darts work well enough, and Air Warriors brand darts do as well. They included blue Air Warrior long distance darts fit nicely, but aren't as the easiest to slide into the barrel. The black Busby Air Warriors Extreme darts are the best in my opinion, as the foam is very strong and can withstand being shoved into the barrel post. After the blaster was primed, the air goes out the barrel post and into the dart. The air pressure sometimes causes darts to rupture. This is why I like the Extreme darts. I think it was all the info I personally know, plus it's worth sharing from the Nerf wiki page. Do check out the wiki page, as there is stuff there if you decide in your video. So, yeah. Now, for the fan mail bit. Greetings once again, Captain Xavier. Consider this letter both a message from your eBay seller and a fan mail letter. Let's get the eBay business out of the way first. This is the blaster you purchased from me. I hope it is to your satisfaction. It is. I noted in the message to you that I would be including some darts. I included one vintage Nerf suction cup dart, micro dart, one vintage Nerf Sonic micro dart, two Busby brand suction cup darts, 2 Air Warriors Extreme darts, and 3 Air Warriors long distance darts. All of these darts work in the blaster. I do think the Extreme darts work the best, but you can be the judge. I also included some background information on the blaster in the second folded sheet of paper. You are more than welcome to use it in your upcoming Forgotten Nerf video. When we get around to doing this one, we will definitely need that info. I wrote to you once before in your June 30th, 2017 fan mail video and thought I could offer an update since then. In the video, I referenced a previous fan who had asked if there were any Nerf clubs in Wisconsin. At the time, there were 4. Now we have 5. As I am in all of the Wisconsin Nerf Facebook groups, they asked me to ask for you to shout outs to all of us, if you are willing. Here we are. Shebang! The Sheboygan Area Nerf Group. That is fabulous. Nomad, Nerf Outings Madison, Madison Nerf. OFNC, the Oshkosh Families Nerf Club. You people have the coolest Nerf club names. My home club, Mano, the Milwaukee Area Nerf Outings, and our newest club, Green Bay Nerf. Also, like in the last video, I included a Mano card. Please know that if you are ever in Wisconsin, you will be most welcome at any of our Nerf Wars, and you'll be a fairly substantial field of auxiliary members to pick from. Cool! In closing, my compliments to you for the work you've done to your makerspace. It looks magnificent. As your eBay seller, if there are any issues, please don't hesitate to contact me. Awesome. And finally, as a member of the auxiliary, bangarang! Well, that's just awesome. So, let's take a look. He sent me a bunch of... Oh, yeah! That is the old school micro darts. They were lumpy and very, very cool. I had a few. I know I've had a few and didn't realize what they were, and I hope I still have them somewhere and didn't destroy them or get rid of them because, oh, these are crappy, back before I knew what I was doing. Oh, so yeah, they've got... I need to get business cards. I really do. Yeah, they've got cool business cards. Very cool. Events are free. Dart donation welcome. Kids under 13 must have an adult. All that jazz. So yeah, we've got a variety of... Oh yeah! Those are really stout darts. Old Whistler, old suction, and then a couple of buzzwords. So yeah, I will definitely keep these on hand to test this with when we do Forgotten Nerf. So that is really, really cool. That is classy stuff, sir. That is the kind of service one should expect from an eBay seller. So this will be going on the wall in 2001, which was one of my leaner years, which is why I was excited that this one was 2001, because there were not a lot of blasters released that year, or at least there weren't a lot of blasters that were originally released that year. That's kind of the thing where variants on the wiki page aren't, they tend to only say, oh, there were variants that were released, but they don't tell you when the variants were released, just when the first one was released. And for collection purposes, I'd like to know when the variants were released so that I could have the variants in the places on the wall, because some years are a little thin. So, that is awesome. Thank you so much. So, now right, next package. I'm going to go with this one. It's a big one. Give me that. Sweet vintage goodness. All right, we have another AirTech 2000 with a working pump. Look at that, the air indicator actually works. You never see that. Very cool. I think I already have one of these on the wall, but now I have one that I can mod, because these are actually really fun. I'd love to see if it could be shotgun, because I believe, yeah, these ones have a manual rotation, so I wonder if they could be shotgunned. We then have another of the 1991 bow. Now, I was sent one of these already, so I don't, actually, you know what, there is enough room on that wall to have two, just because there's nothing else that was released that year, so two of them facing off against each other would actually look really, really nice. And there are some arrows in here. I don't believe they are the original arrows for this one, and they're in rough shape. But they might be the ones for a different year. And nothing else, they'll be good for display purposes. And then this is the one, this is one that I didn't have before. I have a variant. I have the black and red one. This one is purple and orange. I wonder how difficult it would be to, I know it would be heresy, but to swap the orange and the red around. Red and purple clashes horribly, but the black and orange would then look really, really cool. It would be in my colors. But I will probably just put this one on side with the other one just to, again, have all of the variants. Very cool. Awesome. Awesome, 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 awesome. Jump! Alright. I'm going to take a look at this one. It's a smaller one, but this guy actually sent me two, and I know it's mostly more stuff for the collection. This is from a Peter Iris, it would seem. Hopefully, there's a note in one of these two packages. All over the place. Alright. Oh, good lord. It's not foam. He sent me a Lego shield that isn't foam. I didn't know they did that. If these aren't, I'm pretty sure that's not Duplo size, and that is a failure on their part. That is so cool. So cool. Oh, ho, ho, here we go. So this is another one that I didn't have, and until I started this collection, had no idea these things existed at all. This is another one of the switch shots, where it's a pump-action dart blaster, like any of the Air Max line, which is pretty cool that it actually does revolve and only takes a couple of pumps. But if you rotate it around, now it's a squirt gun. Apparently a fairly powerful one. Water goes in there, and yeah, just rotate it around, and yeah, that is cool. And this is another one that I didn't know existed and really had never expected to actually be able to get my hands on. And now I have two of them. I think there's one more out there that I don't have yet. Goodwill. Beautiful. All right, that is super cool. That is super cool. Let's take a look at the next package. That's already some super cool stuff, and we're only just getting started. The other package is even bigger. Oh-ho! There's the usual foam ones that I was expecting. Another one of these. Excellent, excellent. Oh, look at the... Oh, the classic stuff. Yes. I've got a couple of the Wolfpack ones, and they're just going to look gorgeous on the walls in my Lego room when I get it built. So cool. And a pink sword. Slightly leaf-bladed. That's actually really cool. Lovely. Oh! Alright, we've got a Heroica game, apparently. I don't know if it's all in here. If not, it's all just parts, as long as the little minis are in here, which they appear to be. A lot of orcs. That looks really cool. That looks really cool. I will have to make sure I've got all the parts, and if not, fill in what I'm missing, and we will have to play this next time we have a crew game night. Very, very cool. And I was not expecting an ammo crate. I love these ammo... Oh, there it is. Yes. What we have here is the Perceptor. And this is a weird blaster. This blaster mounts to your chest and head. That's right. Your chest and head. I'm not sure exactly how. Okay. I think it's like that. There are parts missing, but there's supposed to be an eye piece that kind of goes down over your eye. But this part mounts to your chest, and it is what you prime. Like so. And apparently there's a lock. Let me see. And yeah, then you have a dart mounted on the side of your head. You flip it, and that fires it. Which is just silly and cool and awesome, and was one of the last blasters I needed from the Cyber Strike line, and now I have it. The Curator has one new in box, and I didn't want to acquire that one to take it out of the box because of how valuable in-box stuff is, and so getting this one that is well used, clearly well loved, is awesome. And then getting another one of these, because I love these. I use them for ammo. Most excellent, sir. That is amazing. That's several blasters that I did not have now. I what, 4? I'm up to 4? I believe. Yes, 4 new blasters for the wall. The collection is honestly almost complete. I probably have... I wouldn't be willing to bet that I have the most complete collection between 2000 and 1970, but I definitely have one of the most complete collections between 1970 and 2007 at this point. After that, there's just too much to try to keep all of them, but yeah, super cool. I'm looking forward to getting these ones mounted. I hope I'm running out of pegs for the wall. All right, one last package. Let's see what we got from Stephen Pinkle. All right, we have stuff. Weird stuff. Note. There's a note. There is a note. It's a long note. Good Lord. A few parts of this letter don't pertain to the package. As you read, understand what I mean. Dear Captain Xavier, I hope this package finds you well. This is the second package I have sent you. The first was the Titan rocket, which I appreciate greatly. I hope it has served you well. Going to jog your memory, but I don't blame you if you don't remember. Congrats on hitting 100,000 subscribers. That is awesome. It is. I would like to start by saying thank you for everything you do by educating us with the knowledge you have about our hobby. I can definitely say I wouldn't be able to do any of the mods that I have done without watching your videos and your knowledge of the hobby. I don't believe you get enough credit for what you do for us, the fans. I want you to know I appreciate what you do, and it does not go unnoticed. After watching the latest edition of Storytime with Captain Xavier, I'm pleased to hear you will be attending End War 2020. I was also pleased to hear that it was in fact going to be at Penn State. Penn State is not very far from where I live in Pennsylvania, so I'm thinking about attending. It would be an honor to go into battle with you, Captain, if you will allow me to. Absolutely. There will definitely be multiple squads as well as the command column, so there's lots of places for you to be. Also, if you are in need of transportation that weekend, I can accommodate you and anything you are traveling with. Please don't hesitate to ask. Well, odds are I'll be traveling with a large contingent of crew, so we'll probably be renting a vehicle, but... Alright, let's get to why we're really here. The package! I talked on Facebook Messenger about sending you my yellow long shot for diagnostic and repair mag release issues. The blaster is partly disassembled from when I tried to fix it. The stock... Surely it can't be in here. This thing is way too small. Also include the priming bar. There's one screw hole. There are more goodies in the box for you. I won't list as to keep it a surprise. There are notes on the things in the box explaining the reason it was sent. There's also a small package in here for Beret as well as Walcom. Well, I will put that in Beret's P.O. box. This was the part of the letter I was going to ask you if you needed a few different blasters for the Makerspace. After seeing the videos of the latest updates on the Makerspace, I saw already 3 of the blasters I was going to ask you about. I did ask about the Yellow Mag Strike on Facebook, and I did include in this package. Did you know? I'm so confused. I believe you enjoy Makerspace. I saw how amazing the Makerspace turned out, right? I want to say how amazing the Makerspace turned out. I was going to say my expectations have certainly been blown away. Mine have too. I never expected it to be this cool. And I built it. From when you first started till now, it's truly an inspiration to see what you've created. You definitely did a thing. And it is going to be incredible. I would say I'm speechless, but I wrote words, so it's not entirely speechless. I look forward to the day I'm able to come and visit it in person and see it in all its glory. It is pretty cool. Do need to fix the leaks in the roof, though. Thank you for taking a look at the long shot. It is very much appreciated. Did I miss a long shot? Is it in another box? There's no way there's a long shot in this box. I'm confused. I'll have to reach out to you. Thank you for taking a look at my long shot. It's very much appreciated. Also, if you're taking Nerf with... thank you for taking Nerf with me and answering my questions when I asked you... Oh, for talking. No. Also, thank you for taking a look at my long shot. It's very much appreciated. I swear, there's no long shot in here. Is there another package I don't know about? Dubious. Dubious, sir. Also, thank you for talking Nerf with me and answering my questions when I message you. I know you are busy and have better things to do than answer my questions. That's not entirely true. But it's nice to have someone to talk Nerf with. I don't have a lot of friends anymore, and the ones I do have aren't into Nerf. Well, that's just tragic. Also, thank you for being kind and taking the time to answer my messages. Anyway, enjoy the loot. Hopefully there is something in here that will be of use to you. Till next time, Captain Bangarang Steven. P.S. I have a Rapid Strike that I modded and did a paint job on. When I was reassembling the blaster, I don't know what I did wrong, but the trigger and rev trigger are very sticky and not as smooth as my first modded Rapid Strike that I completed. Do you have any tips on how to fix the issue? Trying? If I'm not able to fix it, would you consider looking at it for diagnostic repair? I've reopened it and tried moving wires around and tried to get everything to sit nicely in the shell, but after the shell was closed back when I run into the sticky triggers. Any information is greatly appreciated. Thank you. I apologize for spelling errors and grammatical errors. Alright, so, about the sticky triggers, if you painted it, you may have gotten paint on the area where the trigger goes. So I would just start by just very lightly filing out the socket for the triggers and see if that alleviates the stickiness. That would be where I would start. Alright, let's take a look at what we got in here. This is off a Busby blaster. I believe maybe you can have a use for it. What Busby blaster was this off of? Neat. Whoa. Oh, that's just angry sound. But that's pretty cool. That is pretty cool. What? What? Whammo. Whammo, it says. I believe I sent you a picture of this before. No idea what it is, but it's in your colors. It is that. Well, apparently it's Whammo. Advertisement. 2008. Oh, 1 year out of scope of the collection unless I eventually extend the collection. Which I may. I may. But, I don't know what it is. Looks like a ball blaster, but it's missing what would be the internal agitator. Maybe? That is weird. Or unless it fires some kind of a rocket. I don't know. I will have to look into that. Whammo is all it says on it. Very cool. Oh, remember I said I had a Centurion I was going to send? Well, I scrapped it. It was beyond repair as I found some broken internals. With a closer look. Do a thing with it. Well, I mean, that is a massive plunger tube. But it's a massive, weird reverse plunger tube. There's just holes. Why are there holes? Oh, it's a Hasbro. Cylinder. Oh, man, this is tragedy. I scrapped a few blasters and had no use for the cylinders. I'm sure you can use them. The irony is, I actually need this blaster for the collection. The Mech 20. I think this is the Mech 20. Yeah, probably. If this was the Auto 20, then no. I'm hoping to find the Mech 20 on the Goodwill run that we're going to be doing, actually, while this today. Well, not actually today when this is happening, but the today that you'll be watching anyway. That is cool. Yes. I know it's fine. What? Make it blocks. Lego compatible. In my colors. Alright then. Zing arrowy thing. Fletch is all mangled. Oh, one of the light up ones doesn't light up. Oh, no. Battery's dead. Tragic. I wonder if it's possible to actually get in and open them. Probably not. Brass! Yes, I sent you brass. Use it for good or evil. Whichever you prefer. 9/16 brass. Nice. More cylinders. Never have too many cylinders. What do we have here? Welcome, I say your videos were... Welcome, I saw your video where you didn't get the sticker with your blaster. I wasn't planning on using mine and didn't want them to go to waste. Enjoy! Oh, cool. I will try to get these to Welcome. I don't see him often anymore, though. Package for Brett. I will put it in his P.O. box. Squirt gun. Cylinder. Thing! Can it take a K-26? I think it will crack. But for science, yes. For science. Looks like a knockoff X-Shot blaster. Those are weird-looking darts. Weird-looking darts. And finally, last but not least, we have the last of the reactor-like things that I needed. This is just called the Ball Blaster, and was one of the few that I didn't have yet. It is from 99. Yep, 99. That was probably released in 2000 again. So either way, I'll figure out which year it's from, and then we'll get that one on. So that's 5 more blasters for the collection. I'm down to like less than 20 that I need to complete the collection, and some of those are either ridiculously rare or impossible to find, or some might not have actually ever existed. And then there are some weird bug-looking slingshot ones. I don't know what those ones are. But, yeah, this is excellent. Very, very cool. Once again, you guys spoil me. You send me the coolest stuff. So much good stuff for the collection and for the makerspace, for the Lego room, for parts, for stuff. You guys are awesome. Thank you. Thank you for watching.